Hello and welcome to Switched On. This is just a nice quick short video to discuss the GameSir Cyclone 2 controller. Recently purchased to test this one out. It has a lot of the modern features that I think controllers moving forward should have, such as TMR Hall effect analog sticks, which are zero drift and incredibly precise. It has mouse feeling mechanical buttons on the front, and it has Hall effect triggers. It has two programmable buttons on the back. It has a 2.4 GHz dongle, and it can connect via Bluetooth 5.2. And it also has a turbo macro function for buttons. The D-pad feels good. All in all, it's ergonomically a really great shape. Pretty much matches the Xbox One controller style of feeling. It's also worth saying you can program the back triggers to have short stops so they fire really quickly. Comes with some decent software to customize the controller. You can change the button layout, and the version I bought comes with a charging dock. I've done a few tests on latency and it's really good in its results. It's not as good as the DualSense, which still reigns supreme for input latency, and its latency is at its lowest when it's wired, and thereafter it's slightly worse in Bluetooth and slightly worse in the 2.4 GHz mode, which is a shame because at the 2.4 GHz mode it is capped out at 250 Hz, whereas wired it can go up to 1000 Hz on a polling rate. Now, looking at the price point and the build quality, I got this while it was on a short sale for £47. It retails at £55 normally. Now, for £55 you're not too far off the Xbox One controller price. And what you are getting is many of the features you would expect in a pro controller tier. So a lot of controllers are about £150, £120. It even has some features that some of the high-end controllers do not have, such as the Hall effect TMR sticks, which the DualSense Edge doesn't even have. Value for money, I'd say this is one of the best value for money controllers I've ever purchased. I've been a big fan of controllers ever since I was playing on the old NES controller way back in the 1980s. And I have to say, normally, historically, we would class this as a third-party controller, and historically, third-party controllers were atrocious. This is the first time in my experience I've had a third-party controller which is significantly better than the first-party alternatives, such as the Xbox One controller. If you are more used to the PlayStation configuration, the parallel sticks rather than asymmetric layout, then it takes some getting used to, as you can't change the stick's configuration. This controller has a number of profiles. It can seem a bit confusing at first, as the explanations aren't the most clear in the manual, but essentially you can put this controller into different modes: X input mode for PC, DS4 mode, which can be worked on PC as well. It's basically profiles of the PlayStation Switch mode, and just standard Bluetooth mode to connect to phones and other compatible devices. And it works with every Android device I've tried so far. Interestingly, the Switch mode actually has very good latency compared to actual Switch controllers. So they're doing something that Nintendo isn't. But I found that the lowest latency you can get on PC is the X input mode via wired, and then I quite like DS4 mode. I use DS4 Windows, and that has very low latency as well when using Bluetooth. But yeah, my advice is this is a very good controller if you are an Xbox One controller user and your Xbox One controller's on the fritz. This should be your next upgrade. It has better latency than the Xbox One controller. It has significantly better sticks that have zero drift, zero dead zone, tactile feedback buttons, great grip, Hall effect triggers, a number of profiles, programmable buttons, back pads, RGB lighting if that's your thing. Yeah, this is a thumbs up for me. Thank you very much. Till next time.